Hi everybody, welcome back to the Harmonica Barge. We're not on the boat again today. I think you must have noticed that. I'm back up in the Midlands. Midlands, that's the centre of Britain, in Staffordshire to be precise. I wanted to talk about rhythm today. So I do a lot of rhythm stuff with students and working on grooves and harmonica chord patterns, and I think the main thing with rhythm, or some of the problems that we come up against with students, is often getting the thing to sound consistent, and so people want to tap their foot to it because you know what's the purpose of playing something rhythmic? It's repetitive. It should be a groove, you know, especially with blues, like a trance-like groove. And what is it that makes a groove memorable and makes you want to tap your foot to it? And I think a big thing would be consistency and repetition. So if we take a pattern, I'm on an A harmonica here. I find chords can sound a bit sweeter on lower harmonicas sometimes. I take like a we'll call it a country blues pattern. This has sort of become the ubiquitous country blues pattern. In, out, in. Yeah? In, out, in. So the first thing about playing this kind of rhythm, which is quite involved and there's lots of breathing, you've got to be relaxed. I mean, it almost goes without saying. Especially as you get faster. And so on and so forth. You've really got to be relaxed and trying to breathe from the diaphragm, you know, doing all this stuff that singers do, I think can really help. So we're really trying to breathe from down here. It's almost similar to yawning. Next time you yawn, sort of think of, we're totally relaxed. Our jaw drops, our tongue goes to the bottom of our mouth, and our throat opens really nicely. Now, in terms of the so relaxation's important. In terms of the repetition, imagine you were playing this pattern, so this is once. If you could see that on a graph, which if you recorded it, you know, you would see on certain programs, you'd see the dynamics as you hit the notes. Imagine you played this 20 times and you looked at all those graphs of that. How consistent is it? Without consistency, if it's dynamically all over the place, it's quite hard to do, but I'm trying to vary it dynamically. You can see that it really loses the groove, whereas the dynamics that impact, and particularly the velocity, how we hit the chords, such a simple idea but often overlooked. If we take another groove, say let's take a blues shuffle. Again, you know, more notes, trying to be super relaxed with that. And of course the consistency. The timing is very important. So the timing when we hit the notes. I think the velocity is how we hit the notes, how hard we play the notes. The timing is when we hit the notes. So to improve our timing, of course we can use the dreaded metronome, the evil tool, which is our friend. That can be a little soulless, you know, just playing along to a click. It is useful to keep time. Personally, I like to play, and I'd always encourage students to play along to drum grooves. So now you can go on YouTube and just type in blues shuffle, and you'll get a range of tempos. So go and type in blues shuffle 70 BPM, and you'll get a nice shuffle. And pick a few grooves, a few chord grooves. Doesn't have to be complicated, and really go for that rhythmic consistency. And try and play it for 4 minutes, 5 minutes, the length of a song, almost like a drummer would. The hardest thing they say about being a drummer often is that can a drummer play a really nice groove with a feel for 4 or 5 minutes, the length of a song. Really to do something simple but keep it consistent. And you could apply that to the harmonica, because if you're thinking in a more rhythmic sense, why not think a bit like a drummer? Doesn't matter whatever pattern you're trying to do, you're trying to apply this same thing, getting a nice feel and trying to get it consistent. And the faster you get, like I say, the faster you get, the more relaxed you have to be. Just a word as well on the way we move our bodies when we play. Not to say that you should keep totally still, but this can have an impact at first. And you find this with drums as well, that if you're playing a groove and you really want to move, sometimes people want to do this just out of enthusiasm, which is great, but that can affect the way you play. If you're playing a shuffle, and sometimes if you're playing in time to your body, that's actually too difficult to move your body at the speed of the groove. So it can throw you out of time. So you might want to try really relaxing the shoulders. And really feeling it in the diaphragm here. So it's the relaxation, the repetition, and the timing. Okay, so thanks. I'm going to leave that with you. I'll be back with another video very soon. Thanks. Bye.